This is a video about the drug module in Personal Information tab and a new feature added in August 2014. So I'm going to open the drug module and I'm going to prescribe Sinemet for Parkinson's disease. I'm going to double click on the 10 milligrams, 100 milligrams, and you've always had in the edit screen patient information, which has also been changed recently, but is the subject of a different video, and the personal notes tab. The personal notes tab is designed to input information for the use of the GP only. It's not related to the patient, it's related to the drug, and it's just information for the GP. It's not printed out for the patient. And you can put whatever you like in here. You can type into this whatever you like and it's saved for the drug. So you can put in a lot of information about any drug or a group of drugs. But this personal information, personal notes tab is not easily viewable normally because the patient information is normally visible first and you have to click on personal notes and you don't see all the information. So the first thing we did was allow the user easier access to the Personal Notes tab by doing the following. If I cancel that and go into the drug module options, you can do it by clicking on that button, or you can do it in the normal way by clicking on Tools, Options, Prescription Module, and down in the bottom left hand side of the screen here you have Display the Personal Notes to the right. So if I tick that button, then my Personal Notes tab is much more visible when I am editing a drug. It has moved from here, where it was, to up here. So all the information that I hand wrote in for this drug is available for Sinemet 10-100. So I'm going to, for the moment, to show you this, copy that information, Control-C. I'm going to get out of that. The problem with this is that my other Sinemets here don't have this information, and the information is relevant to all my Sinemets. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose a drug, any drug. Let's choose Sinemet by typing Sinemet here. And we can now enter information for all of these drugs in one go by simply clicking on Prescription. When the drug module is open, you can click on the menu item Prescription and record patient information and personal notes. So I could here record the patient information, which is information relevant to the particular patient, and the personal notes. I'll just copy the stuff I had in there. So this information now is being input for all of these Sinemet drugs, which is what I want. And there's 9 pieces of information. There's one piece of information for 9 drugs. 9 drugs updated. So if I just double click on that, I've got all my information there. So this is extremely useful. If I go over here and just see the first consultation in this patient's file, I have a problem equals Parkinson's disease, and for the purposes of the discussion today, I put in a list of all the commonly used Parkinson's drugs, and we just go through them. So now I can easily see the information on the right regarding Madopar, Mirapexin is a dopa drug, Pramipexole causes various problems. Requip. Now Requip is also a dopa, ropinirole. Nupro is a dopa patch. Eldepril, on the other hand, is an MAO-B inhibitor. And lo and behold, Azilect, I have no information in on Azilect. The reason I want to show you that is that if I pick a drug from scratch, for example, Eldepril, there's only one of them, and I can put in information. I can manually type it in here. or copy and paste from the web or wherever I like. But I don't have the other MAO-B inhibitors there. In this case it's Azelect, but I have to know that, and luckily enough there's two Azelects, so I have nothing in that one and I have nothing in that one. I could manually copy and paste it there, I have it in that. But I'm going to show you a way around that. I can, and this is the subject of another video as well, select my drugs based on their ATC code. So I'm going to get a list of all drugs in here based on ATC code by clicking on this button here. And I get a list of all the ATC codes here, and I have the nervous system. I have anti-Parkinson's drugs here. N04 is the ATC code for the general ATC code for anti-Parkinson's drugs. So we have the dopamine agents, and in the dopamine agents here we have MAO-B inhibitors, which is N04BD, and this is the list of drugs, rasagiline and selegiline. So if I take the two of them, just to take all of the MAO-Bs, then I'll get a list, as you can see here, of all the MAO-Bs in the database. And I can, if I have information in one of them, just to make it easy for me, copy that information, Control-C, and then go to prescriptions, record patient information, personal notes, and I can type it in here, and now I am recording the same information for all the drugs in the list here. That is all MAO-Bs. Now I could have easily copied it one by one because there's only 3 drugs, but if there's a long list of drugs it's easier to do it via the prescription. 3 drugs updated. So I click on that again, and that gives me all my drugs. So if I go back to my first transaction here and I open up all my anti-Parkinson's drugs in my list, I can go down there and you can see each of them have got information, ropinirole, some information out, and this is really handy information rather than looking up the MIMS every time. And you can, as I say, if you have MIMS online, you can copy and paste stuff. Stalevo now is a different kettle of fish, because Stalevo is a combination drug containing levodopa and entacapone, which is the Comtess, the catech-O-methyltransferase inhibitor. And so I've got information on all of those drugs. So I've done the same with other drugs, such as acne. All my acne drugs I've done. And over a period of time, you can build up a very nice database of information on your drugs. A Dianet, women only, Ciproterone and estradiol. Acnicide gel, apply once or twice daily after washing hands. Tetralysal, on the other hand, acne tab BD. But it might be useful for other conditions, such in my case here, Lyme disease. Okay, and that's the end of this video. Thank you very much.